Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aura and today we are going to talk about seven tips that are going to help you sleep and fall asleep easier and make sure that you are going to sleep through the night. And so without any further ado, let's dive right into it. To begin with, I think it's important to know that we can live without sleep for maximum 11 days. And this record has been broken by a 17-year-old, with which we should probably not compare ourselves if we are already living a stressful life and we are having emotional and other physical issues. This brings us to the fact that sleep is one of the most crucial things that we need for our survival and our well-being. Compared to other things in which we indulge, for instance, we can live without food for 2 to 3 months. And the problem here is that we are over-consuming something that we actually don't need that much of, while discarding of or sacrificing something that is much more crucial for our survival. And why am I mentioning food? Because this will be the first point here. So tip number 1 is try not to eat too late in the day. For me, what works best is to keep eating up to 4 p.m. in the day and then no longer eat, because if we eat too late in the day, if 4 p.m. is too early for you to stop eating, try to keep it to latest 7 p.m. absolute latest, because instead of being able to sleep, then your body will be burning calories, it will be digesting the food. You give it something to work on instead of doing what it is that you actually need to do during the night, which is sleep, rest, work on healing and other things, body regulation, and not digestion. Same thing goes for drinking water. It is best to drink the biggest amounts of water in the morning when you wake up, and then gradually drink less and less water towards the evening. I personally make sure to stop drinking around 7 p.m., latest 8 p.m. This is water, because if we're drinking any type of liquids later during the night, we will be needing to interrupt our sleep in order to use the bathroom. And that in itself already results into a poorer or lesser quality of sleep. And when it comes to beverages, you might very well know that coffee should be a no-go after a certain hour. I'm not sure how it works with coffee. I don't drink coffee, or if I do so, it's like once a month. But coffee is a stimulant and it will keep you from sleeping. I remember when I was a kid, though, that I could have Coca-Cola right before I went to sleep and that wouldn't affect me in any way. But again, I was a kid. When we are children, our body works differently as opposed to when we are fully developed. And the same goes for alcohol, which is a disruptor and a depressor. If you are looking to have a good night's sleep, then alcohol is not going to do that for you. In fact, it will do the opposite. And this brings us to number 2 of things that have the opposite effect on us than helping us sleep, and that is using your phone. What I do is I put my phone away after 5 p.m. There is no social media involved. I'm not allowed to look at social media after 5 p.m. If anything, I will only use my phone for Googling things or enhancing my knowledge in any way, or if I need to find something out. But otherwise, there is no phone for me, because the phone is keeping us disconnected. When you are at work, when you interact with people during the day, your mind is going to all these different places, disconnecting from the self. And so when we come home, if we keep scrolling and if we keep consuming social media, we keep creating further disconnection from ourselves, from our bodies and the present moment. And this disconnect puts stress on the body. Whether you feel it or not, subconsciously you are stressed. And this is why it is so important that, especially in the evening, we begin to come back to ourselves. This is part of the unwinding ritual. To unwind, it means to de-stress, to come back to yourself, to become whole again by becoming present within your physical body and within your current environment, and allowing yourself and your body to relax in order to be able to regenerate itself. Because when we get out of the way, the body knows how to heal itself innately. Just like I've talked before, if you're having a cut, if you're having a wound, you don't need to do anything in order to heal that wound except care for it and just trust that the body knows how to heal itself. The same thing happens in the evening. The same thing applies to your mind, to your emotional body, to your energetic body. Take care of it. Make sure that it has the right environment for it to be able to arrange itself, to regulate itself, and to regenerate itself. That was the word that I was looking for. And so here the same thing applies for watching TV. If you're watching TV in the evening, it is best to watch something that, again, enhances and broadens your experience, and not watch something that takes away from it, that further depletes you. One interesting thing that I've observed is that, at least in the series that I'm watching, all these people that I'm watching in the series do not have a TV at home. They interact with each other when they're coming home from work or when they get back together in the house. And so what we are doing as spectators, we are watching other people living their lives instead of us living our lives. So here in tip number 2, one thing that you can do in the evening is spend time with your loved ones, spend time with your animal companions, do things that are recharging you. And if you do not have someone to spend time with yourself. Engage in creative things such as painting, creating music, whatever it is that you love. For instance, when I was alone during my last year of university or last 2 years of university, I didn't have any friends that I knew in that city. And so I was just, every night before going to bed, I would dance. I would turn off all the lamps, all the lights in the apartment, and I would simply dance. And I know that there are people that are saying that you shouldn't exercise before going to bed, but that's what worked for me. So do something that works for you, that brings you joy. And number 3 is something that I have already mentioned, which is unwinding, de-stressing, relaxing, coming back to the self. This is something that you can begin to do further in the evening, such as 8 p.m., 9 p.m., begin to brush your teeth, and do so mindfully. Come back into the body, come back to the senses, take note of everything that is around you. Come back to your breathing. As you're brushing your teeth, try to feel every single tooth in your mouth that is being brushed, that is being cleansed. Do everything by fully engaging in all of your senses in the present moment. This is the moment where you practice self-care. Maybe you brush your hair, you're washing your face. You are doing things for yourself to prepare for sleep, which is regeneration, which is a healing process. And another thing that I will include in tip number 3 is reading a book. If you do need to keep stimulating your mind, or if you need to allow your mind to wander, reading a book is perfect for this time. It also enhances your dream time. It stimulates your subconscious mind. This is the perfect time to begin to rewire your brain, because you begin to dive into a state of alpha, moving slowly towards states of theta, which prepare you for sleep. Number 4 is write down your thoughts before going to bed. This is so important so that we don't just end up laying in bed and thinking about everything that we need to do in the future, tomorrow, that we haven't done, all our regrets and hopes and dreams and all that. Put everything down. Finish your to-do list. Leave it on paper, because like that, your mind, your subconscious mind, and your everyday monkey mind will know that these things are written there, guys. They have been safely stored there for you to look at tomorrow morning. They're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to forget them. This will help clear your mind, and it will infuse a sense of ease within your mind and within your body. And this gets us to number 5, releasing tension from the body. We may not even realize it anymore, how much tension we are holding in the body. And so practice releasing that. When you're going to bed, when you're falling asleep, or as you're trying to fall asleep, just intentionally relax your muscles. Scan your entire body, check through your entire body, and relax every single group of muscles, or every single muscle, one by one. Make sure that you allow yourself to sink into the bed, allow yourself to become heavy, because like this, your body will know that yes, we are safe, we are ready to go to sleep, we no longer need to be in a fight or flight situation. We can simply be. We can let go. And your body knows that, because you are actively informing your body that it's okay to just let go. If you find that you are still having a hard time to sleep, we can get to tip number 6, which is your breath. When we are breathing normally in our everyday life, in our everyday stressful life, we are breathing with the upper part of our chest. When we breathe with the upper part of our chest, you can try doing it right now. We are in a fight or flight situation. The body understands that we need to do things. We need to be vigilant. We need to be on our toes. And our attention is being directed into our external environment. On the other hand, when we breathe all the way down into our belly, our intention is being redirected inwardly. If you look at animals, you can see that they are breathing with their stomach, specifically when they're sleeping. And naturally, when we sleep, when we find ourselves in deep sleep, we are breathing all the way down into our stomach. And so begin to breathe deeply. Make sure that you are breathing all the way into your stomach, but don't force it. These are gentle breathing exercises. So breathe slowly and gently in all the way to your stomach, filling your stomach first and then your chest. Hold your breath for a few moments, just gently, don't force anything. And when you exhale, exhale even slower. Super, super gently, super, super slowly. And as you exhale, again, allow yourself to just sink into the bed, sink into yourself, sink into the body, sink into the bed. And when you no longer have any air in your chest, in your lungs, again, hold your breath for just a few moments without air, for as long as it feels natural. And then slowly breathe in again all the way into your stomach. Hold it for a few moments and even slower exhale. And as you do that, your body will know that we are sleeping now, we are falling asleep. It is safe and it is time. And if all else fails, this brings us to number 7, which is imagining something. Letting your imagination run wild, but make sure that you're imagining something that is completely unrelated to your everyday life, completely unrelated to your identity, to who it is that you are as a person, as a human being in this incarnation. What I do is I imagine other places, other stars, other planets, other worlds, unicorns, rainbows, butterflies, things that I've never even seen, or I allow some, science fiction movies or fantasy movies to flourish before me, and I throw myself into these scenes and I begin living life in an imaginary way in those places. And as I do that, it will slowly become a dream. I have a friend who, for instance, imagines that she is on a beach with palms and all these things, and things are happening, and she slowly begins to dream of that scenario. And if that does not work, something else that works for me is imagining that I'm falling into the void. Not in a terrific, horrible way, but in a very gentle, beautiful way. For me, the void is the womb of all creation. It is the source of everything. And I just allow myself to fall into that nothingness and just be there, become one with the nothingness, so that out of that nothingness, may the infinite possibilities of all that is sprout as I fall asleep and begin to dream. So I'm just allowing myself to be nothing, to become nothing, stripping away absolutely anything and everything that I know that I've ever known and that may have anything to do with my human identity. And in doing so, I will slowly but surely fall asleep. Sometimes it just works like that immediately. So these were the 7 tips that I had for you. If you have any other technique that helps you fall asleep, please type them in the comments below. I'm very interested to know what helps you, and it's just sharing is caring, so it's great to share with everybody else that may be reading these comments. And please know that one size does not fit all. I've had clients who were suffering from insomnia, and it turned out to be something completely different that was related to something that happened in their past or was lingering in their ancestral line. So sometimes the reason for our inability to sleep is way more profound, lying deep into the subconscious mind. But by implementing some of these tips, you may, through reconnecting with yourself, begin to unravel some of these deep underlying patterns that may be keeping you from thriving in the way that you need to thrive in your unique way. So to quickly recap, the 7 tips are: number 1, try not to eat too late in the day. The same goes for beverages. Try to keep it to latest 7 p.m. when it comes to food, and latest 8 p.m. when it comes to drinking any type of liquids. Number 2, try to stay away from the phone after 5 p.m., specifically away from social media and whatever other things that that may be disconnecting you from yourself, and instead engage in creative activities and activities that bring you joy, spending time with people that you love, with beings that you love, your animal companions, and engage in activities that truly soothe your soul. Number 3, around 8, 9, 10 p.m., begin to unwind and practice awareness. Come back into the body, come back into the present moment, and do everything such as brushing your teeth, washing your face, by engaging in all of the senses right here, right now. And another great way to engage the senses is by reading a book before going to bed. Number 4, write down your thoughts. Make sure that you are clearing your mind, clearing your head from that to-do list. Put them all on paper so that you can fall asleep without having to worry about anything at all. Number 5, release tension in your body. Make sure that you are releasing the tension in every single muscle. Scan the body and begin to sink into the bed. Make yourself heavy, fully relaxed. Number 6, because breath regulates the body, begin to breathe slowly, breathing in all the way into your belly and slowly releasing the air, holding it for a moment, and then breathing in again, super slowly. And like this, your body will know that it's time to fall asleep. And number 7, if you can't fall asleep, allow yourself to either dive into an imaginary experience, something that has nothing to do with your personal life and your personal being right here, right now, or allow yourself, if that works for you, to sink into the void and become nothing, stripping yourself away from everything that you know that you are, so that you may begin to recreate yourself anew during the night and for the following day to come. Thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. I really hope that this helps. Again, if you have any other tips or tricks, please share them in the comments below. If you have any questions, also, please type them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe because it helps me tremendously. And with this, I bid you a most wonderful moment of the infinite now. Take care of yourself and know that I love you. You are loved and you are infinitely awesome, valuable, and precious. Take care. Bye.